Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So from this particular tutorial, let's start with the Python things. So we'll see what all the stuffs related with the Python, and we'll see what all the topics are there related with the Python. So as you know, the Python is a most famous programming language, so which is more used oftenly. So we have a number of things related with the Python. So we can do with the web development, we can go ahead with the machine learning, a number of things. So before going to the advanced concepts, we need to know the basic things what are there inside the Python. So what I'll be providing you here is from the basic to the advanced level I'll be taking you. So I'll be providing you the free notes and we'll solve each and every exercises with the related topics. So from 0 to hero level I'll be making you from this particular course. Okay, so coming back to the Python. So as you know what is Python here, so it is a programming language, right? So like how we have JavaScript, Java, C, C++, like that same things we have the Python. But what is the main advantages of the Python? So it is a just a like what you can say here is the code is very small over here. The code reusability will happen, and it is a platform independent. All those things, many functionalities it will be providing us, and there is no semicolons over here. There is no brackets over here to simply just to when you are doing a if statements, all those things. There is no need to give the brackets. So just we need to use the colons over here. So we have indentation concepts in the Python. And as you know, the particular Python is famous day by day. So and it plays a major role in the web development and testing, machine learning, GUI web development. So as I said you, so then the main advantages here is very simple syntax and code reusability will happen and compared to any other language. Okay, so here what all the contents I'll be teaching you from this particular course is, so I'll be giving you the introduction to the Python. So then I'll be teaching you the fundamental concepts of Python, like starting with the installation. I'll be taking you to the code level. So here first we'll be installing all the Python dependencies for all the which editor, code editor, and we need to use it. So all those things I'll be using it here. So then we have a data types. We'll deal with the data types. So we'll deal with the string methods, list, tuple, slicing, dictionary concepts. Then we'll move on to the sets, operators in Python, loops, conditional statements, file handlings, and f strings functions. So from and recursion, docstring, everything. So these are all the basic things with the Python related. So little bit next little bit next little we can call it as a next like a middle level. So it is all the low level. So that is not much difficulty. Some little bit difficulty concept starts from here: exceptional handling and global and local is local and global variables and lambda functions, awks and cogs, modules, virtual environment. So we'll be dealing with all these things. Each and every concept I'll be teaching you with an example, and for each and every topic I have written you the notes, so you can download with the description below in my channel. So then we'll move on to the enumerate functions. Then if name is equal to main function, join, map, filter, reduce functions, and decorators as well as the split operators. So this is all about the programming stuff, like all the concepts of programming. Then the most important concept I'll be teaching you. So what is that? That is object oriented programming. So each and every interview, like even if you go after your degree, so if you are going to any interviews, so the first thing, the foremost, they will ask you the object oriented programming, which is the most easiest concept, which nowadays the people are taking it is like something I don't know, like rocket science, but it's very simple, as I said. So we have a very simple concept with the object oriented. Just we need to understand. Okay, so how to create a class, what is objects, instances, constructor, classic, static methods, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance. So this is only the object oriented programming. That's very simple. Okay, so I'll be teaching with a very simple examples. So we'll be taking a number of examples related with this particular topics, and I try my best to explain you. So I hope after this course you will be able to master this object oriented programming. If you attend any interview in the future, so 100% you will be cracking it. So I'll be giving you 100% guarantee. Okay, so we'll see all those things, object oriented programming, like multiple inheritance, what is multi-level, demand problem, all those things. Okay, and coming back to the little bit advanced level thing. So this is the advanced level, which is object oriented programming. So then along with that we have the list comprehensions. Then what is public, private, protected keywords, for else statements also is there. Okay, I think many of don't know, like we have for else particular concept also, and we have a coroutines, function tools, all those things. We'll be dealing with these all the concepts, each and everything I have written in notes. So I'll be showing you the right now when I just start the installation part, so which is the notes I have written. So then we'll deal with the regular expressions, JSON files, modules, creating how to create a packages. Okay, then will be almost 32 problem statement will be solving with this particular course, all those things. So after this particular, what is the conclusion of this particular course? You will be mastering the Python from the zero to hero level. Okay, and 100% I'll make you pro in this particular programming course. Okay, so I'll be providing you the free course, I'll be providing you the free notes, all a number of things I'll be providing you. Okay, so these are all the concepts I'll be teaching you. So now let's start with the installations part. So to installation we need to have only two things. As I said, the first concept, what is that? The installation. I need to install, so everything will be dealing with the code level itself. So there is no normal, like I'm not going much with the theory parts. So I'll be teaching you with the complete programming stuffs itself. So first, what you need to go, just open the new tab over here. So once you open the new tab, just enter Python download. So once I enter Python download, so you can see the first link with the Chrome. So here I am having this kind of page. So what is here? So they are telling me download Python 3.10 here. So here what you do, just go a little bit down. So here you can see the releases. Now the Python 3.10 has been game. Great. So it has launched at the October 4th. Okay. So I'll click on to this 3.10. What I'll do. So here will be, I'll go a little bit down. So here I am having the versions of the Python. So it is telling me whichever the particular things you want, you can just download from here. So I'll just, my particular operating system is a Windows 64-bit. I'll just select it for the Windows installer 64-bit over here. So if you are 32-bit, you can just click onto the 32-bit. Okay. So I'll just recommend it. So it's a 64-bit. I'll just click onto this. So once I start clicking over there, so as you see, the Python 3.10 is been downloaded over here. Okay. So once it is downloaded, so I'll just open this particular editor inside. I'll just click onto the open. So once it has been downloaded, we need to install it. Okay. So very simple thing. So many people have installed Python, I guess. So I can see I'm getting this kind of page. So here what you need to notice here is, before clicking onto the install now, we need to click onto the add Python 3.10 to the path. So I want to enable this particular checkbox. So if you are not going to enable this one, you will be facing a problem in the future. So before click onto the install now button, kindly click onto the add Python 3.10 to the path. Okay, so I'll just click onto the install now over here. So once I install, I just click onto the S over here. So the particular Python 3.10 has been installed. So once it is let it install, so now I'll be telling you we need to use a VS Code editor. So I'll be using a VS Code editor to write the particular code. So I'll just tell VS Code download. So once I tell VS Code download, I'll just click onto the first link whichever the Google is been provided. So once it is once I click onto the first link over here, so you can see the particular VS Code particular page will be opening over here. So you need to install the VS Code. Just we are using for your to write the particular code. And why I'm using VS Code, we can use PyCharm, we can use anything, Sublime Text, even you can use Notepad also. Okay. So but when I'm typing the code, I need to get that particular feel. Well, like I'm typing the code, like after the work should done automating. So a number of functionality is providing by our VS Code. Okay. So just click onto the VS Code download. So once you click onto the download, the particular VS Code will be downloaded inside your operating system. So already I have the VS Code inside my system, so I'm not going to download it again. So once I click on to download, you can see it will start downloading it. After that, you can just open it like you are familiar with how to install. So now is the stage you can you need to download by yourself, like all the installations part. Very easy. Just download, click open, just click next, and install it. That your work will be done over here. Okay. So I don't know why the particular network is slow, I think. So let it be. So one can see, if I just open, you can see the Python 3.10 is been installing over here, 64-bit. So once it is done, I'll be closing this particular stuff. So let's see whether it is been installed or not. Okay. So now, so as you can see, the VS Code is been downloaded over here. Okay. So I'll just cancel the particular download. So because already I have downloaded it. So now what I'll show you here is, so once it has been done, so if I just open this one, you can see the setup was successful. That means the Python has been installed successfully over here. So I'll just close this particular stuffs. So now one thing I'll just check. Now we need to check whether the Python is successfully installed or not. So just click on to here CMD, that is our command prompt terminal. So once I open here, so if I just enter pip, so if I just click onto the enter, so you can see over here, so I need to get a few of the stuff, so you can see the pip is working. Okay, then it is taking my antivirus some software, so I'll just cancel it over here. So these things are very important. So once you install Python, this pip should work. Okay, so if it's not working, just you can comment down below, I'll give the solution for that. So we need to this will work perfectly. Okay, so if you have installed the particular Python now properly, 100% you'll be getting all these stuffs. So now I need to check the particular stuff, so I'll just tell Python -, version. So you can say I'm getting Python 3.10. Okay, so then this is added to my path over now. So everything is working perfect over here. So now I have installed the particular Python properly. Even the VS Code, you need to download it and you need to install normally. Okay, so once you are installed normally, so now I'll open the particular VS Code over here. So I'll just open the VS Code. So where is my VS Code? Here it is. So there is one more thing. So you can see, you can open directly the particular VS Code directly over from here, or else I'll just do one thing. I'll just open this particular PC, then I'll just go to my E drive. So here I'll just create one new folder. So I'll just create one new folder. I'll just make it as YouTube Python. So I'm just making the folder name is as like this, YouTube Python. I'll just open this particular folder inside my VS Code. I'll just right click and I'll click onto the open with the VS Code. Okay, so this is also one method to open the particular folder inside the VS Code editor. Okay, so you can see it will be just opening the VS Code editor over here. Okay, so we'll write the first program of our, so we'll write obviously each and every programming will be writing what hello world first. So same particular code offline will be writing now. So what I'll do here is I'll just click onto the new file. You can see the folder is been open inside my VS Code editor. So it looks something like this. Okay, even you can directly open, you can click on to file over here, you can open the folder whichever it is there. Okay, so that is also is second option. So this is like we can open the VS Code editor. So if I tell you about this VS Code editor, I'll be telling you the shortcuts of VS Code whenever it is needed. For right now, I'm not going too deep into this VS Code editor. So I'll say how to duplicate the line, how to change the themes over here, how to make it white color or black color, anything, then how to increase the font size. If I just press Control and zoom, I can zoom that also. Everything I'll be telling you the shortcut with this. Okay, so now let's try to write our first program. Okay, so I'll just click onto the new file over here. So you can see I'm getting a logo. If I just clear here, it is just giving me some of the suggestions where I'll just tell. So I want to just tell my first program, right? I'll just tell first. So I'll just tell first. I'll just make it into the small letters. First.py. So I'm just using .py as an extension. That means .python. So I'll just click on to the enter. So you can see the first.py file has been created over here. So here the Python is created. Now the Python is working. You can see automatically it is finding the interpreter of the Python. Okay, so let it select. So now what I'll do, you can see automatic it selected 3.10.0. It is 64-bit. Okay, then you can see here one thing, the logo has been coming, that is a run button. We can run this particular program right now. So you can see what I'll do here is, so now I need to write our first program. So let's write how to write a first program. So as you know, so just we need to use what? Print statement. Print, I want to just write hello world. Okay, so there is no semicolon, nothing. If I want to write any program, just I'm checking whether it is working or not. So once I write this program, I'll just click onto this run button. So once I click onto this run button, you can see in my terminal the output will be getting over here. So you can see it is just running the particular. So now I'll just try to click once again. So once I run the program, you can see I'm getting hello world. You can see I'm getting hello world over here. That is the output I'm getting successfully. So this is how I can create the folder, create the Python file, and I can print. We have just wrote our first Python program. So we'll see the coming concepts in the next coming videos. So before that, I want to address you the notes over here. So you can see I have written my handwritten notes. So I have added my full experience with the notes. So I tried my best to write the particular notes over here. So this is my notes. You can contact with me. This any doubts if you have, you can contact with my email or a number. So now you can see I'll just zoom a little bit here. So this is the notes which I have written, Python programming. So as I said, the Python fundamentals of you. So like what is Python? It is a programming language, easy to understand, as simple as English, right? So one thing comes under whether it is a compiled or a interpreted language. So it is not, it is what it happens. Means compiled languages are converted directly into the machine code here. So whatever the compiled languages are there, it will directly convert into the machine code. Then the processor will execute as a result faster and more efficient. That means, so it is not a compiled language, it is an interpreter. So now there is one question whether the compiled is fine or interpreter. So the compiled code are faster than the interpreter code. Why? Because the particular processor will be like it starts from the CPU processor, all the compilation, and it is very nearer, so the execution speed will be fast over here. Okay, so whenever we do the changes in the program, we need to rebuild the particular program when it is coming into the compiled language. So that's coming back to the interpreter. So what is interpreter language? As you know, Python is an interpreter language. So interpreter, it's when the line by line executions will happen. So interpreter runs through a program line by line execution. It is slower than the compiled language, as I said, and it source code is not directly translated here. That source code doesn't directly translate. Rather than it targets the machine. Instead, different program ABC, the interpreter reads and executes the code like PHP, Ruby, as well as JS. So what our interpreter will do, it will execute the particular code, then it will convert into a machine code, then I'll be getting a result over here. So coming back to the advantages of here. So advantages here, it is a faster, right? As you know, the C languages, C++, Java is a faster than Python. So this is one advantages of those languages. But disadvantages of Python is little bit slow as compared to the other languages. Then it is, and what is the advantages of Python? Syntax is very much easy, and the very less code and reusability and platform independent over here. Okay, so this is all the advantages. You can see all the notes I have been written here. So you can see I have written why Python is hybrid, because Python interpreter first reads the human code, as you know, then and optimize it some to some intermediate code before interpreting it. So what it happens means, it will just read as a like a human code. Like what are the Python interpreter, what it does means, it will just convert the particular code into the optimized level. So then what our interpreter does, it will interprets into the machine code. That is why you need another program to learn as a Python. So I'll give one example for you. I'll just give one example. What is an example here is, so one I'll just, so here I have something written as a Greek book translation, Greek book book translation book. So what here is, so suppose I am a person, I don't know to read, I don't know to read a Greek language over here. I don't know to read the Greek language. So what I suppose I want to read that Greek books. What I have the options? I need to learn, then I need to read it. That is one option. So what is the second option? So someone else who knows that particular Greek language, I need to call that particular person. I need to tell, please read the particular line of code, then translate to me, then I'll understand. So who is the third person? The third person is a interpreter. Okay, so that is why here the process will go from the one party to second party, then second to third party, then I am getting the particular output. So here the particular program runs a little bit slower here. So that compared, then if I tell you about the C++, Java, so I am the person, I know the Greek language directly. I only know, right? So I don't need a third person to translate the particular code and to give the result to me back. So as I know, so I'll be reading, I'll be understanding directly, the results will open. So that is why the C++ is faster. So that is just, I am giving one example. So like this, the particular codes works. Okay, so it is why that is the interpreter is nothing but a third party person who is translating the particular code and is giving back to the machine code like that. Okay, so that is what the things I have written over there. Okay, so it started with the 1.4 Python, and it at 1996. Now it is 2021. So in my notes I have written 3.9.2, but now it has came to 3.10. I have got the version right now. Okay, so as you know how the particular programming builds. So you can see Python programming builds blocks like variables, input, processing, output. It will just give the input, processing, and it will give us the output. Okay, so this you know. So what is input? Data receiving from the program, and processing nothing but a mathematical calculation, whatever the inside. When you want to add two numbers, so that is nothing but you need to add some calculation, that will be call it as a mathematical calculation. So then I'll be getting a final result output. That is what the things happen. So then displaying the output, the print function, which is a pre-written code. The print, what is print? It is a pre-written code inside our Python. So we have installed Python, right? So it was around 21 MB. So many things I've installed along with the Python, like we have inbuilt functions, print statement, what all the functionalities of the keywords, everything is been written inside the particular software. So then So these all the things is there. So now rest of the concepts we'll see in the coming classes. So in the sorry coming next in my YouTube videos. So you can see the notes over here. Everything, each and everything I have written now properly over here. So I'll be giving you the source note. So you can see all the function I have written. Each and every concepts note I have been written. It is about 119 pages of notes. So if I'll try to add the more pages. So I have I have written till the object oriented programming. Each and every concept I have written. So you can see class in the Python. Each and everything I have written with an example. You can download this particular notes with the description below. So that's all for this video. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends. Then I'll see you in my next video. Take care.
Only you